asked my cousin not to bring his autistic son to my home anymore because of a romantic attachment to my wife. My cousin Trevor has a son named Jordan who's 22 and autistic. Jordan bags groceries 3 days a week but needs help with everything else. Trevor and his wife were checking out jobs in our state, so they crashed at our place to scope things out. First visit was 2 years back. Jordan latched onto my wife immediately, followed her room to room, sat next to her at every meal. Last day there, he picked dandelions from our yard and drew this wobbly heart on copy paper with red marker. Gave them both to my wife and said, "I love you. You're my girlfriend now." She told him she was married to me and he'd meet someone his own age. Jordan shook his head and kept repeating she was his girlfriend while his parents packed up. We figured it'd fade. Second visit was last month. We have a 7-month-old now. Jordan walked in and scanned every room until he found my wife in the kitchen. Didn't even look at me. Just walked straight to her and stood there. He pulled a chair next to hers and watched her hold our baby. His parents tried getting him to watch TV. He wasn't having it. When my wife got up to change the baby, Jordan stood up to follow. His mom said, "Jordan, give her space." He said, "No, I want to be with her." This went on all day. My wife started looking trapped. At dinner, our son started fussing. My wife picked him up. Jordan said, "Put the baby down. I want to talk to you." She said, "Give me a minute." He got louder and said, "The baby takes all your time. You don't even look at me anymore." Trevor told him to chill. Jordan stood up and yelled, "She's my girlfriend. She should pay attention to me." My wife said, "Jordan, I'm not your girlfriend." Jordan's face crumpled. He said, "Yes, you are. You said you loved me." Our baby started screaming. My wife headed for the nursery. Jordan lunged after her. Trevor grabbed his arm. Jordan yanked free and tried shoving past. I blocked the hallway. Trevor wrapped both arms around Jordan. He thrashed and sobbed until he wore himself out. Trevor and his wife apologized like 6 times. I pulled them outside and said Jordan couldn't come back until he got that my wife wasn't available. They could visit without him. Trevor nodded. They got a hotel that night. My wife thanked me for handling it. 3 months later, I got home early from work. Heard crying from our bedroom. Found my wife sitting in the closet holding that red marker heart Jordan drew. The dandelions were pressed flat in a Ziploc next to her. She had this small box open with ultrasound photos and a hospital bracelet inside. She looked up with her face completely soaked. Said she'd been 12 weeks pregnant during Jordan's first visit. Miscarried 4 days after they left. Never told me because I was stressed about work. Only her mom knew. When Jordan gave her those flowers, she'd been crying every single night for a week. Felt completely empty. Said it made her feel like someone cared when she needed it most. She kept them because they were the only good thing from that entire month. My phone buzzed. Trevor texting. "Moving here next week. Wanted to drop off a housewarming gift tomorrow around 2. Could they stop by?" My wife heard it. Looked at me still holding those dead flowers. I couldn't read her face. I texted back, "Yeah, see you then." My wife stood up, put the box back, walked to the nursery and locked the door. Next day at 1:55, I was in the driveway when Trevor's Highlander pulled up. Jordan got out first. Saw me and his whole face dropped. Asked where she was. I said inside, but he needed to wait in the car. His mom tried stopping him, but he shoved past both of them and ran for the front door. I caught him on the porch. He pushed me hard. I stumbled back into the railing. Trevor grabbed Jordan, but he was screaming, clawing toward the door. The door opened. My wife stood there holding our son, looked at Jordan thrashing in his dad's arms, then looked at me, said, "Let him go." Trevor hesitated, then released him. Jordan went completely still. My wife knelt down and pulled the Ziploc with the dead dandelions from her pocket. Said I kept these because they mattered to me. You mattered to me, but I'm not your girlfriend and I never was. I need you to understand that. Jordan took the bag, stared at the brown, crushed flowers, started crying quietly. My wife stood up and went back inside. Door clicked shut. Jordan sat down on the porch holding that bag and just sobbed. Trevor and his wife eventually got him to the car. They drove off without leaving anything. That night, my wife put the ultrasound photos in a drawer in the nursery. The empty box is still in the closet. She hasn't touched it since.